Mic check. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Hello. Let me know if you can hear me all right. What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? How you doing? How are y'all doing? How are you doing? Let me know where you're watching from right quick. I got the chat box working today because the other day it wasn't working, but I got it working today. So let me know where you are watching from just so I can get a sense of where everybody is. Y'all, it is Friday. It's Friday, but hey, we're in real estate. So what does that mean? I'm here with another freedom session because I have something on my mind that I just want to talk about. Look, we got Phoenix in the house. We got the Bronx in the building. What's up? I got to make my way back to that New York area. Last time I was there was back in, when was that? March? Yeah. Got the DMV in the building. What's up? What's up, y'all? So, I wanna just chat with you all today. This is another freedom session. I'm just trying to help people break free from just any and everything to become as successful as you are meant to be, which I believe that we are all meant to be successful. There's something out here for everybody, but I also believe that unless you can break free from some things, my heater is real hot, unless you can break free from some things, it makes it 10 times more difficult to reach those levels that you're trying to reach to. So I just want to talk a little bit today about operating out of a temporary state. Okay. And that may sound confusing. So I'm going to break it down what I mean by operating out of a temporary state. But this is something that I've had to experience. I had to learn how to work through operating out of a temporary state. I had to learn how to break through a temporary state, to ultimately reach successes in my life and in business that I couldn't necessarily see. Um, so let's talk about what a temporary state is. Let me know in the comments if you're still here with me, if you are listening. I need to know that everybody's tapped in, everybody's ready to receive this. So when we talk about a temporary state, what is that? Well, it's basically just the state of your life, your business, what you have going on in its current form, but not in the form that you want it to be. Okay, I'm gonna get down even deeper. I'm gonna break it down even deeper. So we all have goals, we all have dreams, we have visions, right? We have visions of what we want our business to look like, what we want our home life to be like, what we want to do on a daily basis. We have those visions and those goals. And if that's not where you currently are, then you're in a temporary state, right? You're in a temporary state. This isn't the end all be all place that you're in right now. Whatever vision that you have for your future, for your life, you were given that vision for a reason. And I need everybody to understand that didn't just come out of nowhere. That was planted in your mind, in your head, for a reason. That reason is it's meant for you. You are meant to be successful. You are meant to have the business of your dreams. You are meant to reach all of your goals. You wouldn't have even thought about that. It wouldn't be in your mind. It wouldn't be such a clear vision if it wasn't meant for you. Okay, where you're currently at is a temporary state. So your true obstacle is getting to the life that you desire, the life that you deserve, the life that you are meant to have. Okay. And the reason why this is very important to understand is these temporary states that we can be in can set you off course into a whole different path that you're not really meant to go, because you haven't recognized that this is a temporary state. For me, I tell the story about when my electricity got turned off, and I was at that open house, and nobody was visiting my open house, and I didn't have any money, and I had a breakdown knowing that my electricity wasn't on at home anymore, barely had any gas in my car, and I had a breakdown right then and there because I didn't know what I was going to do. I couldn't see what I was going to do. But one thing looking back that I recognized that kept me going was I recognized that I was in a temporary state of things. Okay. I knew that it wasn't the end all be all. I knew that there was something around the corner coming from me. I knew that I was still meant to be successful, because that temporary state that I was in, I had two options. Okay. There was a 50-50 chance that I could throw in the towel and say, I don't want to do it anymore. This is too hard. I'm going to do something else, guaranteed money. I could throw in the towel, or I could say, I want to still continue to go down this path. Here was the problem with that in that temporary state, and this is why I say, like, it can really set you off course, right? If I wouldn't have overcame that and chosen to go down the path of continuing real estate, none of this would be here. None of it. None of it. None of the people, the money, the success, none of this would be here. I would literally just be back in the life that I was in before I got in real estate. None of this would be here. And at that time, that seemed like the better option, right? It seemed easier. I could vision that. I knew what it looked like. I knew how the money paid. I knew when I would get the money. But on this other side, it was blind to me. You know, all I could say at that moment was, I'm gonna keep going. That's a lesson in itself. When you're in this temporary state and you are faced with two options, okay, you need to go the option that's going towards your dreams, your visions. All right. You're not going to be able to see what it's going to look like, what you're going to do. Okay. But that is the option that you want to take. Let me step over here in this chat box. RA content. What's the temporary state of things? This is right. So needed this. Awesome. Awesome. Hit the like button. Yes, y'all, please hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. How many times I almost threw in the towel looking at the temporary state of things. Yeah, and I want to talk about today's current climate, especially with this temporary state, right? The market, even though it's a booming market, this is a very difficult market for a lot of people out here. Okay, it's very difficult for a lot of agents out here. You're getting cursed out by clients, probably. People are disrespecting you. They are wondering if you know how to do your job. People are trying to discount your commissions because they see how the market is. People are saying that they're going to sell it themselves. You know, you have a lot coming at you. But guess what, y'all? This is a temporary state. It's nice. It's not going to always be like this. And I'm gonna give you some tips on how to deal with things in this temporary state. Okay, I'm not just going to talk about what it is. I'm gonna actually give you some actionable steps that you need to do in order to survive a temporary state. Survive. Okay, you have to survive a temporary state. And I don't know if you all believe in a higher power, or in energy, in God, whatever you believe in, but in pretty much every belief system, You have to learn a lesson, or you have to be put in a situation to show that you are ready for the next step, for the next stage, for the next level. Okay? Think about this. Think about this. There are people who are in your position right now, whatever that position looks like. They're in your same position right now. Okay? Some of those people are going to give up. Some of those people are going to throw in the towel. They weren't ready for it. It doesn't mean that they're bad people or that they lack anything. They just weren't ready for the challenge. Now, you, on the other hand, when you break through this challenge, that's going to open up another level for you that you didn't necessarily have in the plans, but you are going to be rewarded. Okay. Every time a level has unlocked for me, it has been a reward of something that wasn't in the plan. Like I even say to myself sometimes, like, oh my gosh, it didn't have to be this big. Okay. Give me a simple listing. I would have been happy. Little did I know I was getting a whole portfolio. Okay. But check this. In that same example, getting a whole portfolio, I didn't know how to manage that. I didn't know how to work with the client like that. I didn't know how to have several listings at one time. So it was something else for me to learn, right? Something else for me to learn to break to the next level. Okay. That's how you keep moving up and up and up the ladder. You have to know how to survive during these temporary states. All right, let me hop over here. New in real estate, only 3 weeks. Okay, I see y'all. Yeah, smash that like button. Share this video while I'm still doing this. If there's somebody who needs to hear this, if you know that somebody needs to hear this, share this video with them. Okay, we've been talking about temporary states, right? The temporary state of things. I told you how you were given this vision, you were given this dream for a reason. It wasn't just putting your head out of nowhere. Okay, your life right now, if it's not that, vision, you're in a temporary state of things. Okay, you're not going to be here for long, but these temporary states can be very difficult. Our market right now, again, is a temporary state. I'm gonna tell you how you can work through this temporary state, especially as things get difficult. Now, the first thing you need to be clear of is, what does it look like when it's normal? All right, or when it's back right. Let's use the market, for example, because most of us are real estate people. Okay, you can vision what the market looks like when it's normal, when it's right. People aren't having to bid out 50 people. People aren't overpaying $100,000 for homes. Business is moving smoothly. You're not about to rip your hair out all the time. Okay. Let's say it's a money thing and you're just low on money right now. Think about, what does it look like when you're not low on money, because you've had that feeling before. Know what that feeling's like. Imagine it. Okay. You have to really know the power of the mind with this, because like that vision was put in your head, you need to have those visions of what it's like on the opposite side of things. Okay. So what is it like when the tables are turned? When things aren't so bad? How are you going to feel? That is the first step. Hey, what's up? What's up, Pamela? How you doing? Okay. The next thing, tip number 2, is you need to get some momentum going. You need to get some momentum going. All right. You can't just sit in this state. You can't just sit in the temporary state. I couldn't just sit in that open house. I had to get some momentum going. Let's talk about momentum, because sometimes when I mention that word momentum, people think it's this big thing. I gotta explode in business. No, 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 no. Momentum can be very small. Momentum is just something. All right. Think about a car, right? When you ease down on an accelerator, even if you just ease down a little bit, the car is gonna move. Okay. You're gonna get that momentum going. You don't have to full on push down on the gas to get it to move. You could just ease it down and it'll start going into motion. Okay, so you need to get some momentum going. Start moving in the direction that you want to move in. And when we talk about momentum, you must understand it can't just be linked to something big like, oh, I need to make $1,000, and you don't know where in the world you're going to make $1,000. Okay, but you probably know something you can do to make $5. You probably have something you can sell to make $10. You probably have a call you can get on and get somebody to pay you some advice that might make you $20. Okay, so that's momentum, right? If you know that you need to let's just say, put a marketing plan together for yourself. All right, what all do you need? You need this account, that account, this graphic, that graphic. Let's start with something small. Get that momentum going. All right. One thing about people is, as we can start to see things moving, right? As we start to see things moving, we get more and more excited about it. We get more and more excited. We get more and more invested. We want to do it more. And then once we start doing that, just like that gas pedal, it starts getting faster and faster and faster. Okay. But you got to get that momentum going. All right. You got to get that momentum going. Smash that like button if that's something that resonates with you. Okay. Now this next one, this is one of the most important tips about this. One of the most important tips. And listen to me carefully. Please write this down if you have to, but because this is something very important. You need to be aware of the demons around you. Okay? And I know I'm going to lose some people on that, but I'm okay with that. You need to be aware of the demons around you. And now, one thing about demons, they're not always people. There's not always people. Demons, demons can be your Facebook account, right? Are you one of those people who, when you get on Facebook, next thing you know, you start going down that timeline and you start getting more and more angry, more and more anxious. You start putting yourself down even more, comparing yourself to people. That's a demon right there. That's a demon that you do not need around you during this time. All right? A demon can be your self-talk. What is your self-talk like? What do you say to yourself? Are you uplifting to yourself, or are you always questioning yourself? Are you putting yourself down? Are you always questioning your decisions, making yourself feel not confident? Making yourself feel like you don't know what you're doing, making yourself feel like there's no way out. Okay? Think about if yourself was another person. All those thoughts that come in your head about yourself, you're telling that to somebody else. How is it going to make them feel? It's probably similar to how you're feeling. What is that self-talk like? The demons want you to talk down to yourself. All right? You need to uplift yourself. You are strong. You are powerful. You are going to make it through. You started down this path. You are on a journey. You're going to help people. You're magnificent. You look good. You talk well. You smell good. You are great. You are great. 100% great. Your purpose is to change someone's life. You will leave a mark on this world. You will leave a legacy for your family. You are going to surround yourself with good people. You're going to have an infectious attitude. People are going to flock to you. Money's going to flock to you. That's the kind of talk you need to be giving yourself. I believe it for you. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I believe it for you. I know it for you. You wouldn't be on here if it wasn't the case. Okay, but you have to believe that for yourself as well. You got to believe it for yourself. Number 3, okay, this is the last thing. You need to turn up the motivation. All right, some people, and this may be you. It was me. We don't know how to self-motivate ourselves, right? We don't know how to motivate ourselves. It's hard to motivate yourself, especially when you got demons talking to you, making you do things. You got people around you judging you. You can't see a way out. Like it's hard to motivate yourself. All right, but you have to get motivation. You have to get motivation. The good thing is with the internet, YouTube, podcasts, me, whatever, you can find it in all kinds of places. Think about how you feel after you hear motivational talk. You feel like you want to conquer the world. And like I had to do this for myself, right? And I hear a lot of people talk about, like speaking events and motivational stuff. They're like, oh yeah, like hoorah, hoorah for the first couple of days, and then it goes back to normal. Although that may be the case, it doesn't have to go back to normal. If I got to sit there and listen to Les Brown speak every 3 days, right? If I got to sit there and listen to Tony Robbins every 4 days to stay up there, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I know I need that motivation. Until I can motivate myself, or until that momentum gets going to continue to push me, I can use these external motivations, right? So don't limit yourself from that. Don't think it just has to be one time. If you need that constantly, daily, when you get in the car, turn on some podcast, turn on some motivating podcast, and you listen to that instead of listening to the radio. And I hope you're not watching the news in the evening. Oh my gosh. Turn that crap off. Turn that off. That news is 90% bad stuff, right? Like how often does the news motivate you? It motivates me to want to turn it off. Okay, be aware. Be aware of what's around you. Be aware of what you're feeding into your mind. Like you don't have to feel like it's corny to listen to a pastor or a motivational speaker or anything like that. Keep it turned on, man. I do it myself. When I have to motivate myself, heck, I do it. I'll turn my stuff on sometimes. How crazy is that? But this is real. Circling it all back together, right? While you are in that temporary state of things, it's important for you to be aware that you are in a temporary state. Okay? And you need to do what's needed to get you to the next level, to get you out of that bubble. All right? So I gave you some steps here. And I hope you wrote that stuff down, because everything, not only the business, not only do you have to work the business, you got to work yourself too. You got to work your mind. You have to work your environment around you. You have to work the people around you. Right? There's probably some people around you that you already know. They are toxic. They don't need to be around me. They're not feeding into me. They're not helping me grow. And not that they're doing something wrong, but if you're in a vulnerable place where you are deciding to continue with your vision and dreams and goals or throw in the towel, okay, there's probably some people around you that don't need to be around you. All right, everybody's vision and goals. I mean, your vision and goals isn't everybody's. Okay, you can't look for advice from people that don't share the same goals that you have. All right, like me, I don't even look for information from people that aren't in the place where I want to be. You know, don't tell me how to buy a boat if you don't have a boat. So you gotta be real sensitive to what you let in and what you let around you. Your state right now, this state, the state of the market, the state of anything, you know, you could have had a bad past few months. It's not forever. It's not the end all be all. I want you to be strong. I want you to be the powerful individual that you are. I want you to walk around with your head held high. I want you to encourage others just like you encourage yourself. Smile at people you meet. Know that that vision that you have for your life, it's real. It's real. It's going to get clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer every level you unlock. But it's up to you to make sure that you continue strong. Have that excitement that you had when you first got started, before it got too hard. Get that mojo back. Put that pep in your step and make it happen for yourself. I'm always here to help you. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm gonna hop over here in this chat, see if anybody has anything for me. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And I encourage you, share this video with somebody who you think this could help out. I mean, I don't know if there's a way. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually put this on my podcast in case anybody needs to listen to this while you're in the car, while you're on the train, or you know, traveling, whatever the case is. Because this is real, and this is all stuff that I had to learn, and things that we all have to work on. You know, so I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with me, and I'll be back next week. You know, I'm gonna do these 3 days a week: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Keep it going. The name of my podcast, it is the Power Unit Success Cast. You can find it on any podcast platform, or you can go to chastinjmiles.com. There's a link to my podcast right on there, and you can listen to everything. All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you soon.